Welcome to the Therapy Table, where conversation matters. I am your host, Tachi Solange, a licensed and certified marriage counselor with the passion of helping others. On this podcast, we explain real life issues, share personal stories, and offer expertise advice. Today, we're discussing on how to cope with a distant relationship, and we have two guest speakers in the house. On my left, we have Mrs. Dokan Yoel. Welcome to the show. And to my right, we have Mr. Puchi Gilbert. Welcome to the show. We're going to start with the man of the house. So, Mr. Puchi Gilbert, what do you think, or what's your opinion on long distance relationship?
Okay, thank you very much, madam, for giving me the floor to talk on distant relationship, how to manage it. Before I go into the topic proper, I would like to say that I would like to say what the relationship is. Relationship has a different definition depending on the context. Okay, in our context today, we are talking about a romantic relationship or a connection between two opposite sex, between couples. I'm talking about couples here, or people who are dating, or a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Now, when we talk about a distant relationship, what do we mean? We are talking about an intimate relationship between two people who live in separate geographical areas. And we know that when you live in a different place, you get to see other people who can easily derail you. Now, what do you do to maintain the relationship with the other person? There are things that should be done. You can always involve in communication, that is making calls, do video calls, share ideas, share your views, do sexting. By this, I mean sending sexually explicit messages to each other. You can visit from time to time, and here, when you visit, you make sure that you create meaningful memories so that when you depart, your partner will have those memories and it will keep the partner in contact with you. Now, when these things are done, your partner's mind is flooded with things about you. So it becomes difficult for some other person to derail your partner. It becomes difficult for your partner to feel insecure when you people are not in the same place. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. This is mind blowing. Like, I just feel like starting a new relationship, like distant relationship, unfortunately I'm taking. So no need for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Fuchi. I really learned a lot today. We'll get to the second speaker of the day, Mrs. Noel. Dokia, what do you have to say about distant relationship?
Thank you, Ma'am Tachi. To add to what Mr. Fuchi said, for me, for a long distance relationship to be successful and fulfilling, each partners are supposed to appreciate themselves. Like they always say, absence always makes the hearts grow fonder. The spouses are supposed to take time apart to appreciate each other.
Wow.
Another way to manage a long distance relationship is to be supportive. Both spouses are supposed to be supportive spiritually, financially, and even emotionally.
Wow.
Another way to manage long distance relationship is to do virtual dating. That is, they plan movie night, they do dinner dates, and even play games together online.
I really want to pinpoint on the virtual date stuff because most people will think they don't have time to go out for dinner dates, especially when your partner is not around. But I think they should try it out. Dinner date is good, bowling, going for game stuffs. The social media has made everything so easy, and I think maybe I need to try that. I will definitely try that.
That's an interesting point. I did not even know about that point.
Ha! Madam, so did you try that before? Because, like they say, action speaks louder than words.
Not yet, not yet. Who knows? The future is pregnant with a lot of surprises.
Well, I've not tried it before, and besides, I am married and I'm living with my wife, so we're fine.
Mr. Fuchi, please let the single breathe. And I'm sure there are a lot of singles out there who are watching, so don't give them pressure. So, Mr. Fuchi, how do you think someone can cope with sexual urge as far as long distance relationship is concerned? I know you guys, you men are terrible. So what do you think?
Well, to cope with sexual urge, you just have to talk with your partner, say just everything, express how you feel with your partner. At the end of it, you will certainly be satisfied or fulfilled after talking with your partner. You just say everything, just talk about everything.
While doing what Mr. Fuchi said, you are supposed to practice a lot of self-control.
Wow, wow, self-control. That's a good one. But does self-control really take away sexual urge? Maybe the audience should give us what they think in the comment section. Okay, let's go to the next question. How do you stay faithful in a distant relationship? That goes to Mr. Fuchi still.
We are in every relationship, we're expected to be faithful. The partners are expected to be faithful to each other. We need to, I want to bring in this aspect about marriage. Marriage is ordained by God. And for it to be successful, it has to be lived in God's way. And so, if for a partner to be faithful to her partner or to his partner, he or she has to be faithful to God first. Because it is the fear of God that will make the partner to be faithful to the other one. Without that, it's going to be difficult.
Really, there is no magic in anything that has to do with creation, because it shows that everything boils down to God. What he's the ultimate, he decides what's happened. If it's going to be what he says will be definitely. So, Madame Noel, do you have anything to say about faithfulness?
Faithfulness, faithfulness, faithfulness. Though it is difficult, but it actually depends on the individual and the objectives of that relationship or the individuals in the relationship.
With the combination of being objective, like what Mrs. Noel said, and putting God at the center, like Mr. Fuchi said, I think that the relationship as a whole should be intentional. I must say that I am enjoying myself on this podcast. Like, I have really, really intelligent guest speakers. Let's go to the next question. So, how do you think, or how do you know the other partner is cheating? Mr. Fuchi, what do you have to say?
When your partner begins to give excuses, he doesn't pick your calls, and he tells you, I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that, know that something is happening in the background. Surely he is finding comfort somewhere else.
Alright.
And then he doesn't give you attention anymore. And so when you begin to notice that there's lack of attention, then something is wrong. That you can easily know. But this sometimes is complex. Human beings are who they are. Some can still be cheating, yet they are always there. And you may not know, you may not even imagine that they can be cheating, because they will still call you, they will still be there when you want them to be, and so on and so forth. But many people will not do that. And so you get to know that, okay, it's not going because this person doesn't call the way he used to call. This person is not more texting as used to text, and so on. Thank you.
For me, 90% of women instincts are true. If she can feel it, therefore there is something wrong somewhere.
First of all, a woman is a very emotional being. And there's some things that it comes naturally. You don't even need to fight it. So definitely, if a woman feels it, then it is happening. Going back to what Mr. Fuchi said, you see, loss of attention, loss of affection. There is no way you can tell me that a man is very busy, and no one is ever too busy to check on his loved ones. If you're busy or you're lost, it means something is wrong somewhere. Now we get to the next question. Conflicts are bound to occur in a distant relationship. So, how do you think we can fight conflict?
It's nothing else but communication. Talk about it. What went wrong? Say it. Fix it. That is what I think.
The key thing is communication. I repeat, communication.
Oh, communication, communication, communication. Everything boils down to communication. You should be able to express your feelings. You should be able to accept when you're wrong. You should be able to submit. You should be able to ask for forgiveness, and the other person, if you really want the relationship to work, you should be able to forgive your partner. And I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Fuchi for dropping by. Thank you, Madame Noel, for dropping by. And please, don't be scared to get into a distant relationship. As long as you're intentional, as long as the feeling is mutual, try it up. Please, if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, leave a comment at the comment section. You can get us on Facebook, Counselor Ntachi Solange, TikTok, Home of Solace, and down to YouTube, the Therapy Table. Bye.